Stay focused and be great, man, and believe in yourself, okay? Just don't stop believing in yourself because you got your ass kicked one time. You think a UFC fighter is going to get his ass kicked 1 or 2 times and just be like, I fucking quit UFC. Well, he was never meant to be in the UFC, bro. You're meant to be in this arena of life. You're meant to be in this arena of business. Welcome to business, bro. You got your ass kicked. Look at any good business owner. A lot of them have bankrupted and lost businesses. I want to see this new Savage come out. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. This is going to be some of the most important advice of your life. You can't carry this failure in to this new life that you're trying to have. You're carrying this judgment. You're carrying this shame. You're carrying this reputation with yourself that you failed. You didn't fail, man. You learned. You know, God's going to put you through some tests, man, and these things are meant to teach you lessons. You need to be looking at this last part of your life and saying, you know what, man, all of those experiences I can take and I can use for good or I can use for bad. Dude, you're walking around right now. I can hear it in your voice and I can hear how you're sounding. You're using these experiences as something that don't serve you, man. You need to look at those lessons of your business closing, of all this shit happening, as the greatest thing in your life to propel you to the success. You need to use it as fuel in your tank to hit the next gear. Let go of the shame, let go of all the bullshit, let go of that mentality, and truly have faith. You know when you have to have faith? When shit's going wrong for you, man. You have to have faith that everything's gonna work out just how it's supposed to. You know when it's hard to have faith? When everything's hard. It's easy to have faith and show up to church and be like, oh man, God's amazing. But then when your business collapses and you're on the worst day of your life, you have to be able to have gratitude. And you have to be able to find the silver lining in everything. And that's what you have to focus on right now. Dude, I'll tell you what, man. Me and my brother in our 20s, we saved up a lot of money. We worked really hard. And then we invested that money into a business with our family. We lost that business in about 6 months. I mean, fast, man. Everything we had worked for 7-8 years. Hey, it's the Macklin Twins. Thanks for watching the video. If you want the free mentality blueprint, it'll teach you how to be strong, bulletproof in your mentality. Go ahead and text 480-780-2203. Again, 480-780-2203. We'll text it right over to you. Let's get back to the video. Text us, let's go. And the one thing I'm really proud about is I had a friend of mine. He told me exactly what I'm telling you, which was let go of the shame, let go of the regret, let go of everything, and let that lesson serve a purpose in your life. Let that lesson be something that in your life that you could actually take and use for a win. And you know what happened to me and my brother? For a little bit, we were down about it. We were fucking sad about it. We were just being a little bitches about it. But then we started looking at a couple of things. Number one, that we weren't ready. Number two, that we allowed some things to happen that we weren't proud of, that we weren't who we needed to be. And it shaped the rest of the next 10 years of our life. Those failures we stacked up as like bricks to the house to make our foundation strong. You're either gonna decide how to use these failures or you're gonna let them break you, bro. I love failures. I love getting my ass kicked. I love when things aren't working out. You know why? Because I take them and I use them to propel me, to make me great. Dude, you're asking for this big life, and then God is putting this big pressure on you. He's making you go through all of these things. Why? Because, dude, if you can take this weight off your chest, imagine benching, 400 pounds. You got 400 pounds on your chest. You're trying to get out of this shit. You're trying to push through. Well, that's how you make a human strong. You don't make a human strong by just giving him an easy life and an easy business. You make a human strong by giving him a lot of problems, by giving him a lot of obstacles, by giving him a lot of fucking dragons that he's got to go through, that he's got to face, and he's not on fucking Instagram saying, oh man, get uncomfortable. Getting uncomfortable is when you can't make payroll. Getting uncomfortable is when you can't make payroll and you still got to go figure out ways and doing all of these fucking things, bro. Hey, you hear me?
Same time with having fucking shame, carrying that shame, and those actions caused me to basically act in a way I shouldn't have acted.
Who cares? Did you learn from it? Did you learn from it? Did you learn?
Yeah, because at the same time, I've lost in the process of losing my 8-year relationship. So,
okay.
I'm trying.
So you lost a girl along the way?
Yeah, me and my girl been together 8 years, but she left me at the same time. Basically, stuff with the business was happening, but I know 70% of it. Like you said, I'm carrying this shame around, starting to be a different person. When pressure's starting to be on me, I would never tell her about that stuff at the business because I was too embarrassed or insecure.
Okay, did you learn from that?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
A painful way.
Can I tell you something that I don't tell a whole lot of people? Some people know. When I decided to do this with Andy, I was going through a really rough patch in my life. My grandfather had just died. I looked up to my grandfather my whole life.
You know my grandpa just died?
I know, so listen to my story. And my grandfather died. I was wanting to pursue this big life, this company that I knew could impact the world. And it was like the devil was just at every turn. Like everything I did, it just seemed like it just wouldn't work. I was with this girl for a lot of years, and that whole thing was burning down. Very similar to your life right now. And I'm also fighting to do all these different things. I'm also losing all of the money I'd worked for because we were a new company. And I wasn't even telling Andy all of these demons that I was facing. I was just facing all of these demons, dude. I was losing, my sister passed away at the same time. My sister left 2 kids, 3 kids. One was 18 and one was at the time 2 and one was 10. So I had all these people dying around me that mattered to me. I lost my relationship. And I still had to be a positive person and figure out how to grow a business all at once. And at that time, I could have been like everybody else and just found all of the negativity and all of the things. And it sounds cool now that I'm out of the storm, but when you're in that motherfucking storm, what you have to do is you have to be able to continue to steer that boat to port. And what that means is, man, you're going to go through the fog. You're going to not know where you're going, but you got to believe, man, that it's happening for a reason. You got to believe that, things come in threes. Like shit starts hitting you in the face and starts punching you in the mouth. And man, you know what I learned through those times, man? I felt down at that time. I felt shame. I felt all of these things of like what I wished I could have done. But all I could control was today. All I can control was my mindset right now. All I can control was extracting a lesson out of those experiences. All I can control was being a good human. All I can control was I wanted to make my grandfather proud. All I can control is I wanted to make my sister proud. So I had to figure out how to have a thick skin that a lot of people didn't have. God gave me the opportunity in all of those situations to grow myself at a level that most people wouldn't even understand. And now I can look back at that experience and I can say, man, I became a tougher, stronger person. At that time, I kind of knew I would become strong and tough, but what he presented, all of those challenges that he presented for me that I went through, you're unkillable so far, bro. You haven't died. You're here. You're still going. Your heart's still beating. You still have a purpose. One little business thing that didn't work out for you doesn't fucking matter. Your girlfriend that didn't work out for you doesn't matter. Check this out. I went back to Denver and I was getting rid of my house, and I went back there and I hadn't been home in a year. I was paying this rent on this place. My girlfriend tore up this house. She ruined all my furniture. She literally just fucked the whole house up. And I was going back there, man, and I was getting ready to leave to where we're living now. And God just works in some funny ways, man. I was making calls at the pool and I was still staying fired up. I was still trying to stay in the zone. I was still learning to lead a new company. I was still learning to make it. I was still losing all my money trying to start this thing. And I was still just finding the positive silver lining in everything. And I'm fired up at the pool. I'm on this conversation with this person, and this girl walks up and she's like, hey, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, we do sales training, leadership training. She's like, that's amazing. Like, I love your energy. I would love to follow you guys on social media. So I connect with her on social media. She's smoking hot. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. This chick just walked up to me like that. Like, holy crap, like this chick's pretty hot. But at the time I'm going through like a divorce. I'm just thinking about all the bad things that I have going on right now. Like my life's hard right now. So I'm not even thinking about connecting with her because honestly, I'm trying to find God at that point in my life. And I'm like, I'm not going to go to just trying to find other women. And I'll tell you, it turned out to be my future wife. It was Miranda, and 2 months later on social media, she says, you're in Scottsdale, I live in Scottsdale, I'd love to connect with you and have dinner with you. And then me and her have dinner, and now we have a baby. Now we have 2 kids. At that same time, there was a blessing right in front of me that if I wouldn't have seen and been bringing the energy and been doing what I was doing and been in the zone, I probably would have missed that blessing. There's blessings in everything. There's lessons in everything. How you choose to see them will just be who you are. A lot of people, when their life is burning down, they burn down with it. They give up. They doubt themselves. They carry that shame. They carry that guilt. They carry that regret. Versus just understanding that this life is a journey, man. That like everything is going to be a challenge along the way. But the winners, why they win is because they learn to love the challenges. They learn to find the silver lining. They learn to make the circumstances work for them. And, you know, those are going to be what makes you great, man. So hopefully in these moments, you can find something. You can find some confidence in what I'm saying, but you can find some courage to believe in yourself. You can find some courage to go make your grandpa happy. You can find some courage to understand and to break through these barriers of your mind and push to the next level of yourself. Does what I'm saying make any sense?
Yeah, definitely. It's just I gotta believe in me. Step out on faith and just know that, you know.
Step out on faith, my brother. Step out on faith. Just know, man.
It's happening. It's not
look at right when you get home, write down 5 people that you look up to. Write down 5. I want you to do this exercise with me. Write down 5 people you look up to. And then I want you to go research their story. None of them, I guarantee, I'll give you $5,000 if you can find one of them that didn't go through the suffering, that didn't go through the suck. You got to suck the sour to get to the sweet, man. And it sucks when you're going through that fucking sour, you're going through that hard, you're going through that suffering, you're going through all that shit. But it's for a reason. And none of the people you look up to have gone through anything easy to become who they are. They didn't just accidentally become great. They have a story when they're standing on stage and they're talking about all of the shit. Their grandpa dying like your grandpa. The business closing like your business. And the next chapter is how they faced it. So how excited are you about this next chapter to face the devil and kick him in the fucking face? And to believe. And to lean into faith. And to lean into training. To lean into growth. To lean into who you are. You should be really fucking excited.
I am. I definitely want to make it happen.
Well, you're definitely going to make it happen. I believe in you, dude. You can do this. You were built for this. Your whole life is this is what it's about, man. So listen, I want you to focus on a couple things. Number one, I want you to focus on God, because you really need to lean into faith and just know everything happens for a reason. And then number two, just focus on developing. Focus on serving your customers at the highest level. Focus on who you're becoming, not who you were. Not all the stuff that didn't work out in your past relationship, your past business, all the past shit you did. Don't worry about any of that shit, man. Just let that shit go. That was old. That was in the past. Don't focus on that girl that you lost. Don't focus on none of that shit, dude. You know, nothing is, how does it go? Everything is temporary and nothing lasts forever. Everything is temporary and nothing lasts forever. So this season that you're in, you might be in winter right now, but spring is coming, motherfucker. You know? And when you have a spring, just understand, winter's coming, motherfucker. Keep your shoes on. You know, I stay pretty fucking springy. I stay pretty fucking froggy. You know why? Because I don't get off the gas. Because I've been through some deep, dark winters for long periods of time. So I like to stay in summer. I like to stay in spring, so I'm always growing. I'm always keeping my shoes on. God might be telling you to keep your shoes on right now. And keep going. Okay? You got me? Dayton, you got me?
Got you, bro. Promise, I got you.
Okay.
I needed this talk. I just gotta keep going to the gym.
And don't be a pussy too. And don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy about this shit. Seriously, take the pussiness out of your voice. Be a fucking man right now, bro. Your grandpa is looking at you to see how you're gonna respond to this. You gonna respond like a fucking bitch, or you gonna respond like a savage?
Yeah, I already know. He would tell me.
He'd tell you to man the fuck up, bro. Listen, the day my grandfather died, I was on a car lot, and my grandfather, my whole life, he trained me to be great. My whole life, he told me he believed in me. My whole life, he told me I was the one for my family. My grandma was married to him for 70 years. The worst day of my life, I imagined my whole life would be the day he died, and it was. My grandma called me at 8 a.m. It was a Saturday. I had 11 appointments, and my grandma said, "Your grandpa died," and I broke down in tears. And I said, "Well, I'm coming over there right now, naturally." My grandma said, "That's not who he trained you to be. He said he trained you to show up. She said he trained you to handle business. He trained you to be the person that you need to be today in the hardest moments of your life. This is a chance for you to show up and show them who you are. She said, you're staying at work. And I said, no, I'm not. She said, you're staying at work. She said, you're going to go hard. You're going to show them what you got. And I said, oh my God. And I cried. And I sold 9 cars that day. After every car, I was crying. it was a hard day, man. I remember it like it was yesterday. But you know, in that moment, I earned a new level of myself, a new belief in myself. I learned that I didn't crumble in the hardest moment of my life, and I just faced it and I kept going. And I went to my grandma's house that night. She said, how'd you do? I said, I sold 9. She said, you should have sold 10. She said, you should have sold 10. And that's who my grandma was. That's who my grandpa was. That's who your grandparents are. Your grandparents are tough. They're wanting to see you tough. They're not wanting to see you down. They're wanting to see that everything that they gave to you over the last years of their life, that they're counting on you to be who you need to be. See, I really feel like I've got 5 generations counting on the person that I'm supposed to be today. You do too. So go face it with a good attitude. Go face it like your grandpa's standing on stage with you, like my grandpa. I feel like he's right here with me right now, talking to you. I believe that she's right here with me talking to you. She's no longer with us. Both of them aren't. But they're here with us, and they want to see what we can do. Go make them happy, man. Go make them proud. Okay?
Definitely. I'm going to make it happen. Just got to stay focused, like you said.
Stay focused, man. Stay focused and be great, man, and believe in yourself, okay? So don't stop believing in yourself because you got your ass kicked one time. You think a UFC fighter is going to get his ass kicked 1 or 2 times and just be like, I fucking quit UFC. Well, he was never meant to be in the UFC, bro. You're meant to be in this arena of life. You're meant to be in this arena of business. Welcome to business, bro. You got your ass kicked. You know how many people have had multiple businesses bankrupt? Shit, dude. Donald Trump has gone bankrupt a couple times. Look at any good business owner. A lot of them have bankrupted and lost businesses. You lost a business. Who gives a shit? This is going to show you how to build a really good business next time. Okay? So you're going to go out there, you're going to grow up, show up, and deliver. You're going to be a contender, not a pretender. A pretender is somebody that takes little baby-ass energy and has these little baby-ass negative thoughts, these little extreme thinkings, and goes back to the shame and the guilt. You're going to be the guy that's the contender, that's like, motherfucker, I'm so glad I got knocked out last time. I'm ready to kick some ass. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to kill it. These people have no clue what I'm fucking ready to do, dude. I'm walking with God behind me. I'm walking with love behind me. I'm walking with my ancestors behind me. I'm walking with my parents behind me. I'm walking with all the stuff that makes me great behind me. I'm walking with the Elliott group behind me. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this war. I'm so glad I got knocked out last round. Whoo! Watch what I'm about to do, baby.
And I just started with Honda. I'm gonna make them pay.
Yeah, go for it, man. Serve your customers at a high level. Believe in your customers. Show them some love, man. You should walk around with the biggest heart ever right now. The biggest heart ever. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Serve these guys good. Do some amazing stuff. You're capable, you're able, and you're gonna do some big stuff. And I'm gonna hear from you very soon, and you're gonna be like, bro, my whole life's changing right now. I know, it's coming, bro. Spring's coming. Spring's coming.
Hell yeah.
Spring is coming, bro. Say it, spring is coming.
Spring is fucking coming, bro.
Spring,
make it happen.
Spring is coming. Listen, I believe in you. I love you. I want you to know I'm here for you. I want you to know you can text me. And I want to see this new Savage come out. Okay? This is a time. This is like the rebirth of the eagle. The eagle, for 60 years, has his wings, and then he goes up into the mountains, and he has to bang his beak on this mountain away from everybody, and he has to go into the darkness, bro. He bangs his beak fucking against this rock. He has to get a new beak, new feathers, and he just goes into this rebirth mode. And then he comes back and he can fly higher than ever, and he's doing more epic shit than ever, and he's ready to go. This is a time for you to recreate. This is a time for you to go get better than ever. This is a time for you to lock in. Don't go chasing new women because you got fucking dumped. Don't do any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? What you're gonna do is you're gonna lean into God. You're going to lean into your job even more, and you're going to outwork everybody. And that's it. Super simple.
Hell yeah.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay?
I'll be in.
I'm gonna have Enrique and Jonan. They're my guys. They're standing here with me. I'm gonna have one of them give you a password to this free community that I have. It's called School. It's only $97, but I know you don't have a lot of money right now, so I don't even want you to pay for it. I'm gonna actually just do this for you. I'm gonna give you 3 months for free, and you're gonna join me on some of my calls. I'm gonna fire your ass the fuck up like this every day.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Okay, and you're gonna fire yourself up like this every day too. So I'm gonna give Jonian your phone number and he'll ask you for some information here later and he'll put you in our community. Our community is a bunch of savages that all believe the same, that we can all be great, we can all do amazing stuff, and we got some amazing training in there. It'll teach you everything you need to know.
Hell yeah, bro.
Okay?
We're gonna make it happen. Spring is fucking coming.
Sounds good, my brother. Love you, man. Spring is coming. Everything is temporary, nothing lasts forever. Just know that, and let's go make it happen, okay?
Love, G.
You got it, brother. Love you, man. Hey, it's the Macklin twins. Thanks for watching the video. If you want the free mentality blueprint, it'll teach you how to be strong, bulletproof in your mentality. Go ahead and text 480-780-2203. Again, 480-780-2203. We'll text it right over to you. Text us. Let's go.